What's going on? It's your dog Art Man the Great. And we're back with another boxing conversation. Look, it's just getting real. We're a couple days out from Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, man. That's just about to be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a feeling Ryan Garcia is going to get stretched. And I mean like completely stretched. Like call the ambulance stretch, nigga. It's going down. For real. I think it's going. It's definitely gonna happen. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me. I got all these damn tabs open. That's probably why my shit ain't charging. Hold on. Yeah, it's going down now. Wait for my people to get here and start before we really start cooking up. But like Ryan Garcia, dude. Anybody? Look, I just want to know what's up with these dudes half-assing picking Ryan Garcia. I don't like that old, you could post a couple pictures and inspirational quotes and shit of this nigga's childhood and all that shit, and then support him, be like, oh yeah, man, he had a long journey and all this shit, but not flat out say, I'm picking Ryan Garcia. I don't like this half-assing. I'm just supporting Barrow. I'm just supporting just to support. Nah, nigga, because you know damn well if Ryan Garcia was supposed to, if he somehow pull off the upset, you motherfuckers gonna be dropping all them flags and how, you know what I'm saying, talking shit how you thought you knew Ryan Garcia was special and all this shit. Nah, I don't like that shit. So right tonight we gonna talk about it. I want to know for sure who's picking Ryan Garcia or not. It looked like Charlo is. Big Charlo is. Or big headed Charlo is. That's what we should call him, big head Charlo, because that nigga is tripping. He said 10K. Earl Spence said make that shit 20. Let's run it up. Let's do 20. You know what I'm saying? 20K. What you talking about, nigga? Bring him. AT told that nigga bring the cash to the fight. Oh, right. Put that in your motherfucking put it in your jeans, nigga. Put it right in your pocket. Put 10 in each pocket. You could fit 20K in your jeans. I don't know. Them niggas be wearing skinny jeans sometimes, but like, you could fit 20K in some jeans if you get it straight from the bank and they put the little orange strip on it. You know what I'm saying? Have it nice and folded. Put that shit right in your pocket. Two of them stacks, man. And as soon as Ryan Garcia is on the floor like this, he gonna do the Robert Helenius. His eyes gonna be wide open, looking like. As soon as Ryan Garcia looking like that, put the money right in Errol Spence's hand, nigga. Real shit. Hey, my dude Ace on Twitter, he said anybody picking Ryan Garcia is like, it's basically like fighting words because it this shit is like there's no gray area with this shit. Either you team Ryan and the zone and all that bullshit, and Oscar and them, or you ride with motherfucking team Gervonta Davis and PBC and all that shit, you know what I'm saying, in the hood. Let's keep it 1,000, man. Somebody try to say, oh, this wasn't those type of fights where, we gotta pick sides and race and color and all that shit. I said, man, fuck that. This definitely is one of them fights, man. Even though Ryan is American as well. Real shit. Hold on. But shout out to everybody watching the stream right now. I'm over here sending the link out. Real shit. I don't think Ryan pulling shit off. I think he's gonna get stopped viciously. I think he's gonna get stopped viciously, my nigga. And I'm just gonna be sitting back like, damn, nigga, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking at Ryan like his whole like fighting style and all that shit. Not real shit though. Um, I think Ryan Garcia, he's probably gonna get stopped in like I don't know, man. It it really depends on what Tank want to do. You know what I'm saying? He said, make a shirt of Ryan's face when he comes to after being slept. Oh my God. I already got people in my DM right now saying, hey, Art Man, what's up, man? Please let me know. Are you making something for Ryan Garcia? I mean, for Tank versus Ryan when Ryan gets knocked out. I'm like, dude, of course. Of course I'm going to make a shirt. Bro, what? Of course I'm gonna make a shirt. Speaking of shirts, you said I got this Fulton Anui on. Yeah, this shit's hard right here. I can't wait for that fight. It's the classic in the making. I already know it. But yeah, so salute Art. Yeah, shout out to you, the healer, the teacher. Man, look, Ryan Garcia, he's gonna get slept. And you know, I'm not a super religious person, but to see him super religious is kind of sad because it's like, man, like I know you're supposed to have faith, but man, keep the Lord out of this one because man, you about to get knocked the fuck out, man. Shit, Jesus, man, fuck. Said Ryan get slept is gonna be a top seller, bro. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just let everything happen organically. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually do. But I just know I have feeling in my bones. It's probably what my hands been itching. Because I can already feel that money coming. Straight up, man. Except about to roll my blunt too. Now I don't smoke no blunts, man. We only smoke papers around here. No backwoods, no nothing. And that's why this weekend we having a fight party uh, at my pop's crib. Yeah, we bringing the whole hood out. And that's what I'm trying to tell folks. Like, Gervonta Davis is the face of boxing. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, for Canelo fans, but he is the face of boxing because I got people right now in my DM talking about, bro, send the Addy for the fight. Please, please. I get off work so. Can you please let me know when we're gonna watch the fight? Man, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna bring tree. I'm gonna bring drink. I'm gonna bring all that shit. I said, nah, keep your shit. I'm gonna smoke my own shit, but you can bring that shit for you. We about to get fucking lit and watch a motherfucking classic. Whenever Gervonta Davis fight, everybody hits me up because everybody know I'm the boxing dude. They already know, man, Art Man, he talk about this boxing shit. He paints this boxing shit. So they hit me up like, man, I know you know where the fight party at, where we watching the fight. And Gervonta Davis bring that shit out. Who the fuck? Ain't nobody gonna hit me up to go watch Canelo versus John Ryder. Come on, man. You think anybody's gonna hit me up and say, hey, our man, I heard Canelo's fighting. Can we watch Canelo versus John Ryder? Where's the fight party for that? Nah, ain't nobody hit me up for that shit. Niggas going to work. Niggas picking up shifts that day, nigga. We ain't watching no motherfucking Canelo Ryder. Nigga, we picking up extra shifts that day, nigga. Real shit. We helping niggas move their furniture and everything during that day. We niggas filing their taxes, all they get their taxes in order. Oh, Canelo Ryder. We ain't watching that shit. So let's see what's popping in here. Nah, we just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Canelo and John Ryder. You know, I am probably gonna watch that fight. I'm just talking shit, but it's not a big deal. It's not one of those. Oh my God, everybody's gonna come and watch it. But you know, it is gonna. We are gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what Canelo's looking like. Because I've been saying for the most part, Canelo's looking like he lost a couple steps. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, brother D Hive?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. People already hit me up talking about some art, man. You drawing the fight for Saturday? They already know Ryan getting knocked out. They like, man, you gonna draw the Ryan knocked out, getting knocked out?
That's not what the betting odds say. Betting odds got Ryan probably maybe to be able to do something.
Really?
I mean, bro,
But what does
Tank.
that do to a Tank's odds? So that means you will make a lot of money too if you bet a lot of money on Tank winning.
No, the no. I mean, Well, I mean, it means that you'll have to put less down to get a return. But Tank isn't even the minus 250 over Ryan, and Ryan, I don't even think is over plus 200. So I mean, that's a good return, but
I know there's some
it's
rich
close.
niggas on the low that's putting money on Ryan.
Aside from Charlo Goofy, yeah.
Yeah. I ain't even talking about 10K. I'm talking about like 50, 60. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000. There's some people that's like half-assing food and rolling or picking Ryan to win. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. They're posting his life story and all the sparring clips when he was a kid and amateur bouts and all that shit. There's some people that's deep down inside, they want Ryan to win, bro. They really do.
I understand why they believe he could win. It's a combination of his size and his hand speed. They feel that with his hand speed and the power that he brings to the table, with all those factors combined, he'll either be able to keep Tank at bay to where Tank can't get on the inside, or he'll be able to throw so many more punches and force Tank to constantly be on the defense that Tank won't be able to knock him out, and that Ryan will ease to a decision because Tank doesn't throw that many punches. I get all that, and it sounds good. But Tank at this point has become like a big guy specialist. He's been almost exclusively fighting people that are larger than him, not only because he's a small dude, but because those are the opponents that he's chosen. And at this point, a lot of the opponents he's chosen because he will look good against them. And the reality is Ryan is another one of those people. That's what it is. That's no disrespect. I hope he gets a lot of money, but that's what it
They
is.
are praying for a miracle.
Yeah, because the people
They're praying for a miracle. They want Ryan to go in there and do some shit they ain't never seen before. They're expecting something unexpected from Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, because the people that hate Tank are gonna keep hating Tank, and whether we want to say it or not, this is one of Tank's. I don't want to use the word talented, but his most abled, his most abled opponents.
Man, I don't maybe my boxing mind is a little off or something, but I'm just looking at Ryan Garcia and I'm just feeling like he's not really a step up in competition. I would say people like Barrios is slightly better than Ryan Garcia. And would I be wild for saying that?
No, I mean Tank fans initially said that when this fight got made, and now they've gone back on it because they realize that this isn't a step up in competition. And that's why I posted what I posted. I said that if this doesn't go as anticipated, this says more about Tank's deficiencies as a fighter than Ryan's capabilities. Because Tank has all the advantages except for height. Let's be honest, he has all the advantages except for height, and that's never been an impeding factor on his success. And we've seen how Ryan performs, even in situations where Ryan has unmitigated success, he doesn't look good. So, this is Tank's fight to lose. And people that hate Tank are always going to hate Tank. So they figure,
Tank can't
shit.
afford to try to roll Ryan's left hook. He got to catch it or avoid it completely.
I think he can roll. I think Tank can defend against the left hook any way he wants. He has the speed for it.
I ain't gonna lie, D-Hop. I try to sit there and put myself in put the lens of a Ryan Garcia supporter, on to view what this guy has for Tank. And what I seen is the guy does have a very fast left hook. And man, oh man, if Tank get hit with that shit, I don't know. I've never really seen Tank get hit by a guy who can actually punch. You know what I mean? Who's the hardest puncher Javante fought?
Cruz, probably.
Cruz. But he was slipping and dodging all the Cruz's shit.
That's what I mean.
I don't even think Cruz even hit him really flush.
No, yeah. Cruz got one good. What's up, Bavarsky? Cruz got one good hook in, but Tank is not going to put himself in a position, or at least he shouldn't put himself in a position where his chin might get tested against Ryan. You shouldn't put yourself in a position with nobody with any power. You shouldn't even give anybody a chance to really hit you flush. But based on what I've seen, Tank a lot like Broner has the real twitchy muscle speed. So I think that it'll be, and if anything, I'd rather him roll it than try to catch it, because that's what Fortuna did. Fortuna tried to catch the shit and ended up getting hit in the temple. And that's the footage that people have been replaying about the left hook.
Tank said Rolly's the hardest puncher he faced. Mm.
That could be true too. Rolly's big and strong.
Rolly was throwing that motherfucking the punches. He had that motherfucking retard strength. That nigga was punching like a motherfucker, but he was missing this shit.
Yeah, Tank only got hit flush one time in the fight with I don't remember if it was a left hook or right hand, but you saw that red mark on the side of his head. That's the only place where Rolly actually landed. So he's been hit flush by big punches before. But like I said, you shouldn't put yourself in a position to test your chin out against anybody, let alone a known puncher.
Bro, tell you, every time I open up TikTok, all I see is fucking Ryan Garcia when he was a kid growing up in the amateurs and all this shit and all the fucking storytelling, all that shit. I'm like, man, I get it. I get it. He came a long way, but bro, this ain't that type of fight. This guy's getting knocked out. But if he wins, though,
if he wins, Tank is going to have, even if Tank
God.
were to get the rematch and knock him out, Tank will have an indelible mark on his career. He'll forever be labeled as a fraud.
The worst scenarios, Tank get knocked out and then he gets locked up. Got to do the sentence for a year. That would be some crazy shit.
But also, when it comes to marketing, we gotta keep it real. When they talk about Ryan's upbringing wasn't some, horrible migrant farmer Bracero program type shit. He was a mediocre ass dude that lived in a mediocre ass town like the rest of these people. He didn't go through anything particularly harsh. He was just a mediocre kid who could box some. That's why his skills aren't even that sharp because he was in there. He just took up boxing like everyone else. He was in the amateurs. Yeah, he had a little success, but that's because his style favors the amateurs. Once you step him up in competition as far as the pros go, where the skill level's even, we're about to see. I mean, because look at the people he's been in there with.
He said when he fought Haney, though, he keeps on saying, I don't know if it's like people don't believe him when he say this, but he says things like, man, I ain't gonna lie, Haney was the hardest guy I fought. He's the hardest guy to fight. Out of the top lightweights and all that, he said he is the hardest guy.
He said that when Haney jumped in the ring on him. He said, I'm gonna save you for last because you're the most difficult. That's what he said. And the reason why I think that is because when we talk about Tank, we talk about Shakur, we talk about Ryan, the reality is those three people, the other top quote unquote lightweights, they fight the same no matter who they're fighting. They have the same game plan. With Haney, it's a different type of fight every single time. And that's what
I would say Tank, he did switch it up when he fought Hector.
I didn't see much difference aside from him staying on the front foot.
He was throwing like looping motherfucking right hooks. I never really seen him do that. You know what I'm saying? Like chopping fucking hooks, like kind of like, and then trying to jump with the uppercut. I don't know. I haven't really seen him do that. Like he was picking his shots really well like that.
That's because he hasn't done it in a while. He did that on dudes like Fonseca and Cuellar. He did that on those dudes. But when he started to get to bigger people with a little bit more nuance to him, he had to kind of tighten up his game. People like Barrios, people like goofy ass dudes like Rolly, people like Leo Santa Cruz, people who had championship level experience. He had to sort of tighten up his game plan. But a guy like Hector, his best win is fucking Colbert, who couldn't punch. And I even played that clip of him getting knocked down by Fulton leftovers.
Nigga.
I mean, come on.
Hector Garcia was exactly what Devin Haney said he was. A motherfucking tune-up, man.
Right.
And a lot of people got to understand that because what did we see? What did we see, honestly? What do you remember from that fight? Hector Garcia getting his ass whooped. We haven't even heard from him today. They say that man really got hurt bad against Tank.
I mean, yeah, you can, like, the reason why we saw Tank on the front foot so much is because Hector is Hector. He's cool, but he's limited, and especially he's limited against southpaws.
My dude Ricky Williams said it's done. EJ versus Bud in June.
Oh, okay.
Look, let me tell you, the day I see that officially posted by all the white sources and the black sources in unison, that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, that shit's legit, and I'm gonna start the painting.
Well, I've seen a bunch of different dates. I've seen June 18th. I've seen the 14th. I've seen July dates. I've seen August dates. So I don't know. I've seen all kinds of dates from different sources. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on personally. And I admit I don't know what's going on.
Speaking of Spence, we was just watching that Errol Spence versus Yugas. Hey, I was rewatching that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. He was kind of rusty in that fight, man. He was, but his power was there, man. As soon as he caught on, it was on. It was no turning him off. But for the first couple rounds, he was kind of like, trying to find his balance. You know what I'm saying? Yugas was able to push him a couple times, and I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like the old Errol Spence he wasn't getting pushed like that. You know what I'm saying? He controlled the distance. He knew exactly what he was doing. But I don't know, man. I don't want him to go into a fight thinking that he could just try to bully Bud. I think he should do a little bit of both, boxing and then bully that motherfucker. I feel like he should go for the knockout in the later rounds, not try to press the knockout in the first three on some Marvin Hagler shit.
Why not? That's where Bud struggles. I mean,
so?
why? Yeah, why not? I mean, look at the work Green Beans was able to put in. Why not go for him in the early rounds? He's not some defensive wizard. There have been multiple situations that Crawford has been in where if he didn't have a power bailout, he would be in some deep shit. So that's why when people talk about his boxing,
about Crawford though, he is a pretty good inside fighter. D-Hive, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. But he does get caught in the inside because he takes a lot of risk. But he does have that power bailout. He's willing to take that
Crawford
risk because he knows he knows in that exchange, I'm gonna dodge some of your shit. I might get hit, but if I hit you with this, you're going down. You're going down no matter what.
Crawford is good at maneuvering around and outside of the pocket. He doesn't function well on the inside. That's why whenever he's actually in the inside, he has to grab you because the reality is he doesn't know what he's doing and he needs distance to get leverage on all his shots. You can observe that with Sean Porter.
Where do you think he's the best at? Mid-range, close range, on the outside?
Definitely mid-range. That's where he generates all his power from, and that's how he gets you. Errol is actually a good inside fighter.
Said it took Crawford 6 rounds to even get started. They never judged Crawford against Porter.
I had Porter up by a round.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching that shit. I was like, yo, Porter is up. He is up. What the fuck? But one thing about Bud, he knows how to cut that shit on though. He knows how to turn it up though.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, but that's why I said, I mean, if Earl wants to, try to apply the pressure, box. I mean, Earl needs to start fast because we all know Crawford starts slow. And if Earl wants to real quick get on the inside and press the action, I don't see why he wouldn't because that's where Crawford struggles. All Crawford going to do is pivot, grab, or get beat up. That's it. I mean, that's all he's going to do.
Man, oh man. That's a fucking fight right there.
Yeah, Crawford got to accept the fight because according to Espinosa, the June 18th date, that wasn't even real. They were still in the process of negotiating and didn't even have an actual date yet. And then Espinosa comes out and said July, maybe August, and now I'm hearing it's June again. So it's like, hey, I have no issue admitting I don't know. And the truth of the matter is, the fact that this has been dragged on so long, I'm steadily losing interest. If they fight, great. If they don't, I'm not going to give a shit. Like, I'm really not.
Man, oh man. What do you think about what's his name? The guy tested positive for PEDS today. Supposed to fight Rolly.
I can't wait for his fucking Broadway Joel interview talking about my trainer set me up.
Man, let me tell you this. I swear I feel like Broadway Joe's cursed, nigga. Ever since he started going out with me, nigga, it's just been downhill for Dominican fighters, bro. Super downhill. Like, bro, they looking really bad right now.
Nah, he cursed.
Drug testing, losing.
Drug testing and losing? Michelle Rivera tested positive and he got his ass whooped.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, that's just so funny.
They really need a real sit down. Like, they need to, like, pull some chairs to the side, in the circle, you know what I'm saying? Really sit down and just talk like, man, us Dominican boxers, we need to stay away from the Black American boxers because, man, oh man, they've been whooping our asses.
I thought the shit was funny. Like, the moment he said that they're going to take over Showtime is the moment where everything fell off. They all left and
every
right.
day.
They
Oh
all left
yeah,
and right
yeah,
started
yeah,
getting
definitely. I
smoked.
remember. I remember. Well, he blocked me around that time, right after that shit, because
I
that's
don't know
when I
what I
started.
got blocked for. I never said anything to him. I like
It's
literally.
because look, it's because this, bro. He knew if Michelle Rivera was going to lose that fight, it was going to be bad. Not Michelle Rivera. Uh, who lost first? Was it Hector or Michelle Rivera?
Shit. I
I think
forgot. I
no, I think
believe.
it was Rivera.
Yeah, I believe it was Rivera. Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking that big shit, and then leading up to the fight, he seen what happened to his man, and that's when he just went on a Black American blocking spree.
That shit was nuts. And then Hector talking about motherfuckers as criminals. I'm the defense attorney, and then went up there and got lit up, got his little eye poked.
Talking about I'm blind. I'm
Yeah.
legally blind, boys. Get the fuck. Hey man, hold on. Cut the record. We gotta talk about motherfucking Joe Joyce, bro. What the fuck?
Man, that was crazy.
Hey, I was at work. Nigga, I swear I was at work, right? And Jason, he kept on hitting me up, and I'm like, hold on, let me check out my.
Me personally, I had Joe Joyce winning by 11th to 12th round TKO. I knew Zhang wasn't a hoe. I knew he was a southpaw, and Joyce didn't have that much southpaw experience. I knew Zhang could punch real hard based on the work he put in on Hergovic. But I thought Joyce was going to have enough power. And
Nah, I was like, man, let me check out my phone. And when I looked at my phone, man, this nigga talking about George lost. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? This nigga lost. Bro, I went back and watched some highlights. I said, oh my God,
yeah, he
this
got
is
toe up.
terrible. His coordination looked terrible. His balance, he was so damn slow, bro. I said, oh my God,
Yeah,
man,
and
this
the thing
nigga
is,
looks
what
bad.
happened to the speed he showed against Parker? And unofficial Cuban national Julius Streeter sounded the alarm off on Ismail Salas like 2 years ago, and nobody listened to him. He was right the whole time. Ismail Salas is on fucking fraud watch. Cause what the fuck?
He the
What
one with the
the fuck
camp
is that?
that's testing dirty?
What?
Solace?
Uh, Puello is. I don't shit. I don't know if Puello's in Salas camp. He got a monopoly on them niggas.
Man, it is what it is.
Yeah, but the fact that they're talking about, oh, we brought Salas in because we needed some experience with Southpaws because he had Southpaws in his camp. That motherfucker didn't teach him shit. He got annihilated. He couldn't even slip a straight left. He was looking like fucking Charlo in the first 4 rounds of him versus Korobov. That shit was nuts.
Bro, like I said on Twitter, bro, they wanted us to believe that Wilder was the worst boxer, worst heavyweight boxer in the world. Nigga, motherfuckers is not doing Wilder like that, bro, at all. Stop it. That nigga looked bad. Like, the way he was throwing his punches, it looked like he had no leverage on, like, anything.
And he
Had
couldn't
no
slip.
steam, no nothing.
And he
It looked
couldn't slip.
bad.
He looked like fucking Dubois did against his ass. He couldn't slip a straight. He couldn't slip a straight left to save his life. And everybody that picked Joe Joyce to be Wilder was on fucking hush mode. They just disappeared. Talking about, oh well, it happens. The last thing to go is power. Like, nah, man, this nigga just he's not straight like that as far as his boxing skill. You can talk about
Bro,
his Olympic pedigree.
the Chinaman started mixing his ass up, nigga. He was throwing combinations, straight right, left, hooks. I said, oh my God. You letting this nigga school on you like this?
And now they're talking about Zhang will be wild. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you make that fight, and I don't want to hear shit about cherry picking it.
Bro, that nigga get that nigga a heart attack, bro. In the ring, bro. He'll probably kill that old man, bro. Stop playing games, man.
Okay. One triple S says that Puello was Bob Santos. Okay, that's cool. But the Dominicans are having a bit of a performance enhancing issue.
Like baseball.
Right. Right.
So it ain't no excuse, nigga. I got a whole history of that shit in 2 different sports, nigga. Decisions, man. It's like Dominican and UK got the spotlight on their ass right now.
Well, yeah, that's because the reason I keep saying it, the reason why doping is more popular in those countries is because steroids are legal to possess. You can't produce and you can't sell, weirdly enough, but they're legal to possess. In the United States, if you're caught in the possession of steroids, it's a Schedule 1. So that means you get federal prison time. It's a much more serious situation over here than over there, which is why they do it more. Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He had zero head movement. Like I said, he looked like Dubois versus him, and then he looked like Jamal Charlo in the first 3-4 rounds of Korobov. He just couldn't slip the straight left for anything, and that's what did most of the damage. I did think, it is kind of weird how they do the eye closure stoppages now. I understand his vision was cut in half, but he had one available eye. If y'all remember, Andre Berto had both of his eyes closed against Robert Guerrero, and he was allowed to finish the fight and see the bell. So they're real weird about how they do that. I don't know. But, apparently there's a rematch clause with most Eddie Hearn fighters who get upset. So hopefully Joyce will make the right instructions, get the fuck away from Ismail Salas, and bring some of that speed back you had against Parker. Because the Joe Joyce I saw against Parker, I was expecting to show up here. For some reason, he let all his hand speed in that goddamn fight. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh. One of the more interesting fights, first of all, Tristan Calcruth, who is a cruiserweight, is coming back on the 10 card, which I'm personally excited about. I like Tristan. I think he could really do something. Or is is he a cruiser or is he a light heavyweight? I believe he's a cruiserweight, but let me check. Just to make sure I'm not bullshit. Just to make sure I'm not bullshitting. Oh, no, it's a light heavyweight. My bad. He's just a big-ass light heavyweight. Yeah, nah. Yeah, so Tristan Calcruth, yeah, I actually like him. Good light heavyweight, real tall dude. Real tall dude. It says this is being his next fight is being billed at light heavyweight, but what the fuck was this last fight billed at? Okay, yeah, so wait, no, I'm not tripping. He is a cruiserweight. Motherfucker. I guess he's weighing in as a light heavyweight then. I know I wasn't tripping. He is a cruiserweight. Yeah. But this is the guy that Jamal Charlo was sparring with when the Benavidez rumors came about. But we seen what happened with Jamal. He kind of fell off.
But you know who picked it up? Morrell. He said that he signed a contract to fight David Benavidez after he beat this dude.
Well, Sampson said that the fight is already done. They just need a date and the venue.
He said, but I'm saying like he confirmed it out his mouth that that shit's signed.
Okay, well we'll see. Hopefully Benavidez show up because
Benavidez, bro. If Morrell go here and smoke this dude and fights man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think Morrell whooped David Benavidez' ass, bro.
I do too. That's why Benavidez. Because Benavidez hasn't been vocal about Morrell. He hasn't been calling Morrell no bitch and all that shit.
But he did say some shit. He did say, "Hey, I'll fight that nigga." Also, I ain't scared of him. Type shit.
That's all he said. He called everybody else some bitches. He ain't called Morrell no bitch. Fuck around, because David not stupid. David understands what making people mad before a fight do. He ain't gonna do that to Morrell. He saw the last nigga that tried that dumb shit.
He might. I can see Morrell starting some shit with David Benavidez because Morrell's a cocky motherfucker.
He should. I mean, don't get cocky to the point where you underestimate your opponent, but definitely get in his head and get him upset because that's gonna see with a small fighter like Caleb Plant. Yeah, there's really nothing that he could have done, but with Morrell, he can actually expose the defensive lapses that David will open up when he lets his offense go. So making him mad if you're Morrell is actually an asset. People were like, "Oh,
David Benavidez was going to smash Plant." Them niggas went all fucking 12.
I mean, hey, Canelo went 11, so I mean,
true.
Yeah, like people got to keep this shit in context. Not to mention, Plant actually got some decent experience fighting because people got to remember before fucking Canelo Alvarez, Plant's best opponent was fucking who? Like yeah, like come on, he had no real fucking experience. He had 11 rounds with Canelo and then fought David Benavidez. Imagine David Benavidez with no Canelo in there. He probably would have knocked him out in 6 rounds.
Like that motherfucker Caleb Plant fought that nigga who's on Subway commercials. What the fuck?
Right, bro. He's fighting dudes like Caleb Truax and shit. Like, come on, bro. That's the experience you went in with when you fought Canelo Alvarez, and it took Canelo Alvarez 11 rounds. You fight Canelo, damn near go the distance. You smoke Anthony Durrell, and you come back with a new training system against Benavidez, and people act like Benavidez ain't shit because it went 12. You gotta examine these things in context. If he had done half of this shit with Canelo, he might have actually been able to do something. if the Caleb Plant that fought David Benavidez came in against Canelo, he might have been actually able to pull off the upset, but he didn't have the experience. And he didn't have the training system.
Away from David Benavidez, but he did go all 12 with that man. But it could have been stopped if Bayless wasn't jumping in that shit.
Bayless was absolutely a hoe and prevented the knockout. He was in there buying Caleb Plant all the time in the world, and that's another thing. The referee wasn't what's his name? Wasn't Mora the fucking referee for Plant versus Canelo? Russell Mora, wasn't it his ass?
I think so. Yeah, that shit was.
Yeah, that shady motherfucker especially when it comes to his fighters, he lets everything go. So he was in there hitting Caleb in the kidneys and all that shit, and Mora wasn't calling none of that shit. What's up, PGH? Oh, that wasn't shocking at all. That I wasn't surprised at that at all. If you watch MJ's career,
that's MJ lost.
Bro, you didn't know? Yeah, MJ got fucking cleared. But bro, I said this. I told people that he almost he almost got knocked out by a late replacement like 2 fights ago. Motherfuckers didn't watch that fight, so they don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, MJ getting beat up is not shocking at all.
With that other dude, so the dude who won the belt, he talking about he want to fight Fulton.
Yeah, he can bring his goofy ass on. He gonna get smoked.
Nah, he was on some. Yeah, I want to fight the winner of Anui versus Fulton. Shit.
Yeah, that's what he said, which is cool, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
See, I love that type of shit because I'm tired when bitch niggas hold the belts and don't be saying shit. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Hearn and them came out and admitted we'll fight Inoue if he wins. We're not fighting Fulton's ass, but we'll fight Inoue. Yeah, what's his name? Jose Velasquez. This dude came in with 6 losses and almost stopped MJ. And people don't remember. He was a late replacement for Rodney Rios because Rodney Rios had COVID or an injury or some shit. And yeah, he came. Yeah, I think Rodney Rios had COVID. That's why Rodney Rios looked like shit when he fought him. But yeah, he came in. He got a UD, which I thought was bullshit. But he almost got knocked out by this dude. And I knew right then. I was like, oh, this is not the fucking guy. This dude is marketed as some like Lomachenko mixed with Triple G ass dude. I'm like, bro, everybody from Central Asia can't fucking fight just because they're from Central Asia. Y'all gotta get off of that shit. Y'all think every time some asshole comes from Mongolia or who gives a fucking stand, they're like the ultimate badass, like Triple G. It's like, no, you have to remember, even Triple G's career benefited from very careful opponent selection. Canelo is a fucking B-level fighter, and he couldn't even beat him once in a career. And that's no disrespect, but that's what it is. You can say, oh, Canelo did this, Canelo did that. Any fighter that can be controlled by a jab is not a level. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Let's talk about it because
I don't care.
I had motherfuckers so mad at me today because I posted that clip of him sparring that dude. I was like, bro, I understand that y'all think Canelo is some type of boxing god, but do y'all not see this guy? Every time he literally throws the jab out, he hits Canelo. He hits him every time. Every time. And I know I know they're both supposed to be taking it light or whatever, but let's keep it 1,000. If that dude was really fighting Canelo like in the pros and he knew he was gonna make some lot of money if he was gonna fight him, he would throw that fucking jab out every time and try to lead with that shit and throw something crazy behind it.
If Canelo Alvarez had good head movement, that draw they tried to give him with Bivol would have actually been deserved. I don't know what has convinced people. I'm telling you, bro. That's the thing with stupid people. If you repeat some shit enough, they'll start to believe it and just repeat it too. That's why I said whenever they want to show Canelo being offensive, they show him knock out Kirkland. Whenever they want to show him being defensive, they show that fucking clip with Jacobs throwing 15 fucking jabs in a row. Like that's all they do. So now why do you think he tailors all his defensive clips to just show his head movement by doing that dumb shit? He did that bullshit in there with Bivol and was getting tagged. That's why he kept losing the rounds. He's like, oh, just because the nigga moving his head while punches is coming doesn't mean he's dodging all of them. He's getting fucking hit, bro. Like there's a reason why even Mayweather kept his hands up in the high guard whenever someone was rushing at him. You think he tried that hands down head movement bullshit with fucking Maidana, even though Mayweather has far superior reflexes to Canelo? No. No, what the fuck do you think?
That shit makes you tired too, nigga.
Right. And that's why after Canelo moves his head maybe 2 or 3 times, he puts his fucking hands up like a smart person because he realizes he's not slipping all of this shit. He's getting hit.
That's what I was trying to tell people. Like, I think they just like the fact that he's able to slip a few punches. That's what it is.
Like this, bro. These niggas think he fucking Roy Jones or some shit. Like, nah, bro. Mm-mm. Like, very few fighters can get away with that, and the fighters that do only do it for a limited time because it's not effective. Boxing is physics in motion.
Bro, he was looking crazy trying to do the Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal against Bivol and still getting caught.
Right, he does that with fucking everybody. Again, they played that shit. They played that shit with Jacobs at fucking middleweight. Oh my god, he's improved so much. Look at all his elite head movement. Whoa. And then and then Triple G is still consistently landing jabs. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, bro, if he had the head movement that people thought he had, none of the fights with Triple G would be controversial. But you got niggas out here saying Triple G won both fucking fights.
Canelo purposely wears the head guard that covers his nose because he knows he's gonna get popped with a fucking jab. That's the fuck. But they don't understand that. But hey, it is what it is.
Exactly, bro. Like, this is I'm telling you, Triple G is one of the most one-dimensional punching machines to ever exist in boxing, and he was able to give Canelo Alvarez the fight of his life. Like I said, any fighter that can be controlled by a jab is not an A-level fighter. If you don't have to bring anything more to the table than a jab, then that's it. Because Triple G, goddamn, sure don't have any foot movement, and the only reason why he has an iron chin is because he gets fucking hit a lot. So his defense is trash. All Triple G did was jab and walk forward. That's it.
Man, that's just crazy, dude. Like, for real. So what do you think about this whole face of boxing conversation?
I mean, like I just said with stupid people, if you say something enough times, then your average layman will begin to believe it. Tank keeps saying he's the face of boxing. This is not factually correct. As sad as it is, based on the numbers, Canelo Alvarez is still the primary person people think of when it comes to boxing and when it comes to spending their money. That's just the reality of the situation. Does Tank have the potential to surpass that? Absolutely, at some point, but it's not happening right now. And personally, I don't think. I mean, maybe with Ryan, he'll get there as the popular guy, but it comes down to numbers. And I have to remind people, Tank hasn't even done better pay-per-view numbers than Errol Spence Jr. yet. He's just simply more popular. But the people that are in love with him don't actually purchase fights. It's the same with Ryan Garcia. Them 17-year-old fucking teeny bopper bitches that be on his Instagram, they're not going to spend what little money that their parents give them on the fucking fight. They're going to stream like a lot of other teenagers. So this is why.
But socially, I feel like motherfucking Ryan, or not Ryan, Gervonta Davis is known, man, super known, man, because even in the community, everybody knows Gervonta now.
And that's great. He can have his own little niche, but when it comes to boxing, I mean, people know him, sure, but like he can have his own little niche, but it's about what people are willing to pay for.
So he's fighting Ryan Garcia in a T-Mobile Arena. Canelo fought Triple G in the T-Mobile Arena just recently, right?
I don't remember where that third fight fought. I didn't give a fuck.
I think it was the T-Mobile Arena.
Let me look it up.
If I'm not mistaken. So I feel like the determining factor will be who does the most live gate.
Why would it be live gate when that's restricted to the people that can physically attend? Why wouldn't it be pay-per-view numbers where you can buy from anywhere?
The reason why is because I feel like it takes more to physically go out and watch the fight. It's going to cost a lot of money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People might be limited on their mobility, so it makes more sense to use the factor where more people can actually watch.
Do you know Triple G versus Canelo 3's pay-per-view numbers?
Nah, not at all.
I don't know that shit either.
I don't know if it was on pay-per-view, but I confirmed it was in the T-Mobile Arena. But was that bullshit pay-per-view? I do not remember. I know the first fight they had, I think that did $1 million, and the second fight they had, I think, did $1 million too. I personally don't think this fight is going to do $1 million. I don't think this fight is going to do over 450 personally.
I feel like this fight's gonna do at least 400,000.
Yeah, that's a good number. That's a good number.
But isn't it at $100 or am I tripping?
I think it's at 89 or 90, something like that. Close to it. I think it's at 89.
Damn, I have to fucking cough up 100 real quick.
Oh, I got the okay. So according to this, the trilogy with Canelo versus Triple G did 550. Yeah, I don't see Tank and Ryan.
Okay, so let's see if Tank Ryan can do past 550.
Yep.
Man, the way they talking about this fight and all these little, all these other people, I'm pretty sure Drake about to put some money and shit down on this fight. I feel like this shit's gonna do at least 5. It can fuck around and do 5, my guy. It just might. If it does, we gotta. You think we're gonna have to crown him, or are we just gonna say, "Oh, well, he doesn't have a history of doing 5"? Or
no,
a mil?
if it does, yeah, he'll be the face of boxing because boxing is all about what have you done for me lately. So
Okay.
yeah, no, yeah, if it clears 5, then yeah, we'll have to. I ain't dealing with all that whack ass fucking. Oh well, technically he's done all this now. Fuck that. We're not gonna go based on what he did with Mayweather and other niggas. We're going by right now. His last fight was fucking with Triple G. Everybody said that motherfucker was a super draw, despite the fact that before he fought Canelo, he was putting up Crawford numbers and shit. So that's what we're going by. Talking about, fucking Triple G is the man in the division. He's the next biggest draw, so Charlo doesn't deserve shit. Meanwhile, the only time he's ever sold anything was with Canelo. Outside of that, like fucking Crawford has outsold Triple G. Like people don't understand. Triple G's biggest pay-per-view by himself was like fucking 130, and that was with fucking Lemieux or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah, Triple G is ass. Like without Canelo Alvarez, he's ass. He's one of those fighters where he's only known for losing to Canelo at this point. That's it. He's only known for the guy who couldn't beat Canelo. Talked all that shit and couldn't beat this motherfucker.
Man, that's just nuts, man. So, Canelo versus Ryder, that's just pay-per-view, or am I tripping?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not buying it either way. I haven't been paying attention to that bullshit. I don't even know who's on the card.
That shit's sad, my guy. But hey, it is what it is. But I think Gervonta can do it. Gervonta versus Ryan Garcia. This is one of those fights where it really got the casuals because motherfuckers is really hitting me up, man, like crazy.
Yeah, and it's bringing out the next generation of boxing, fam. People are deciding, people are entering the sport. People are deciding, like there are kids right now that are watching boxing because of these two, and these people are going to be their introduction to boxing. Whether that's good or that's bad, we'll have to see. But it is generational. This level of attention is generational. Because before it used to be all the old heads, talking about Sugar Ray versus Marvin, in the barbershop. Oh, Marvin gonna get him. Now you got kids talking about, man, fucking Ryan is the man, and Tank is gonna give him the uppercut and all that stuff. So it is interesting.
You think Tank should try to throw an uppercut against Ryan?
Absolutely. You get Ryan on the ropes, that shit is over with. The fuck? Absolutely get an uppercut. Don't do it from a distance though, because that's where Ryan can
I
get
feel
his
like Oscar enough know this nigga about to get his ass kicked. But
Oscar,
ain't no drug testing though.
That is one thing I don't know what the fuck Tank was thinking. If there's no VADA, Tank needs to be on some shit too, because that's the first thing Tank said. He might be juicing, but then he enforced no drug testing protocols. It shit don't make no sense.
He knows that this nigga, that's the only way that nigga was gonna take this fight for real.
To be able to juice a little bit.
Yeah, to be able to say no drug testing because I gotta cut this weight, type shit.
Well, hey, like I said, bro, if Tank fuck around and all right, Keith Thurman and shit, okay, playing
He
with
pulling the Keith Thurman?
because that's what Keith Thurman's stupid ass did. Now look at him. He been
That
fucking.
nigga said, I don't care what Manny Pacquiao's on. I don't give a fuck. Let's go, nigga.
And then Pacquiao went there and rushed his ass. Oh shit!
Bro, it showed. Bro, I swear to God, his face told a fucking story, bro. It really said, damn, I really let this nigga take this shit. Oh my God.
Right, bro.
That shit faster than I thought he was gonna be.
Right. From the first round, Pacquiao fucking hopped on his ass. He said, "Oh shit! Wait a minute."
Hey, it took him a little minute to get his rhythm, but he was like, man, that nigga got off of my ass real quick.
Nah, real shit. Keith Thurman thought it was all sweet. He's all right. This is my coming out party. I'm about to win. I'm about to take out this old head. He came in there, got the shit slapped out of him. He said, "Oh my god, this." He was thinking about all the paperwork he done signed. He's like, you know what? Maybe
Bro,
next time we shouldn't
this
do
nigga
this.
probably promised his wife a new house and all that shit with the man. I'm about to beat Manny Pacquiao. We gonna live in Sunset. Maybe I can put this boxer shit up. I can just ring it up and say I beat Manny. Nope, nigga. You went in there and got fucking. I wouldn't say you got cooked, but nigga, you got old man put his hands on you.
It was embarrassing that he did what he did at that stage of Pacquiao's career because Ugas went in there and handled business. How the fuck Ugas handled business, but you can't?
And I think Ugas handled business because Errol Spence stressed that there was VADA testing in that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And niggas was looking extraordinary in that bitch.
Exactly. I mean, and don't get me wrong, that's not to take anything away from Ugas' skill, but Keith Thurman had more than enough skill and power because Keith Thurman got more power than Ugas, pound for pound. So
He was rocking Manny shit though.
He definitely, and it was a close ass fight. People make it seem like Keith Thurman is washed, but like I said, that nigga got married and he keep clapping yams and keep pushing babies out his wife. So he constantly not fighting because he at the house on baby duty, and it's like, look,
but he probably know he got to get this check, nigga.
Well, you got to earn this check. We're not gonna give you no more Barrios level opponents. And you talking about you need 10 million. You got to put in work like everybody else and earn some shit. Acting like Crawford. Oh, I deserve 10 million just because I'm Keith Thurman, nigga. You haven't put in work in a while, Keith.
Keith Thurman wanted like 10 million to fight. What's his name?
Boots.
Gervonta Davis too, right?
Oh yeah, he talked about that fucking fight, and I mean, Tank and them never revisited that shit because that was a fight I'm pretty sure Keith Thurman would have took, to be honest. But yeah, I guess
if they would have offered him what 10,
they should. Keith Thurman is worth 10 for Tank. With the dude, that would be unprecedented. Tank fighting a full on welterweight with almost with 20 plus knockouts. That shit would be insane. A former unified champion who's only lost since the Pacquiao. That shit would be ridiculous. If Tank cooked Keith Thurman. Coming up from 126, Tank fucking bro, man.
They probably would put him in the books.
Oh my god, that would be fucking nuts. Automatic pound for pound status. Like that should be retarded. Like how? That should be crazy.
Real shit though.
Especially if there was no catch weight and Tank just went up to 147 straight up. That should be nuts. It would really be nuts.
I feel like Tank didn't like the way he felt that 140 against Barrios because let's keep it a beam, man. Barrios was he pushed Tank shit back with that jab.
I just think it was more so Tank was slower defensively, wasn't as comfortable bending over at the waist to avoid shots, and because Barrios was big. I don't think it's because Barrios did anything special, just Tank wasn't used to fighting an opponent that had that level of reach advantage over him.
He did look a little pudgy in that fight too.
Right. But you saw how he became comfortable. He fought Rolly, and Rolly wasn't nothing but practice for Ryan. Because personally, I think Rolly fuck around and knock Ryan out if we're being honest with ourselves. If we can be honest. I personally think Rolly probably knocked the shit out of Ryan. But that has yet to be seen. We'd have to see. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, no, I think he's much more comfortable. I think he knows his weight class is 135, and I think he's comfortable fighting big dudes. He knows all their vulnerabilities. He knows how to get inside. He knows how to target the body. Like, look at the hooks he landed on Barrios to end the fight. It was the right hook over the top, left to the body. Like, come on, bro. Ryan, he just got to be careful with the hooks. That's all. But you get Ryan on the ropes, you can land anything you want on him. He's shown that.
What if Tank get him on the ropes and then Ryan just clock his shit with a left hook? Because Tank think Ryan is hurt fully.
Ryan not gonna have enough steam on it because Ryan squares up his feet. The only time Ryan has gotten good knockouts is when either his opponents are against the ropes or Ryan's in the center of the ring. When Ryan's feet are squared up and he's off balance, he can't punch. He got to work extra hard to keep his hands up and keep himself from falling over. Like I said, if y'all go back and watch Ryan's earlier fights from 130, when he first transitioned to 135, and fast forward to now, y'all haven't seen that much improvement. Like, people keep telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, again, watch Ryan Garcia versus Morales. Morales was a tiny non-puncher. and he had Ryan in there going life or death. That shit was almost a draw. So it's like y'all, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, yeah. He looks again the marketing. He looks spectacular against dudes, but again, what the fuck is Fortuna famous for? Y'all didn't even give people credit
Rolling out the
who
fucking
beat
ring like a jackass.
right. Y'all didn't even give people credit who already beat Fortuna already. Like it's the same thing that they do with Shakur with Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring had been knocked out before he fought Shakur by a dude that y'all don't even talk about. That's not even close to Shakur's skill level, but y'all acting like Shakur did something. It's like y'all gotta watch.
Man, hey, you see how, bro? Man, where my dude Cozy Rito at, man? Because man, they got fucking, bro. Folks was getting pissed off at me when I said that. I said if Ryan, no, I said if Devin Haney is ducking by leaving the division and not fighting his WC mandatory, what does that make Shakur Stevenson for not fighting his, which was Oshaki Foster, who was calling him out?
And 130 right now is lit. They got Foster, they got Cordina, they had Ray Vargas, and then 126 is lit too. And those dudes can always come up, so they can't even act like there's nobody to fight in those divisions. There's plenty of motherfuckers to fight. He was literally, before he quote unquote lost his belts on the scale, he was literally talking to Joe Cordina on Twitter about a potential unification in the UK. But then again, like I said, all the photos came out from Cambosis to the weigh-in. Oh, I can't make weight no more. Crazy. Like, when the fuck did this happen? When did Mr. Consummate Professional suddenly struggle to make weight?
Yeah, Mr. Oh, this guy Shakur Stevenson, he's super. He takes this shit super serious. He's the next Floyd Mayweather. He's up in the gym, but Floyd Mayweather ain't never missed the motherfucking weight. Had to drop his belts, has he?
I don't
recall that at all.
But my thing is, all these assholes talk all this shit about Tank missing weight, but they gave Shakur all the excuses in the world for missing weight, losing belts on the scale. So it's like it's shit like that that's very inconsistent that I have to call out. Because when Tank did it, was, oh, he's so unprofessional. Oh my god. Oh, fucking look at this guy, criminal. Blah 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 blah. Shakur does it. Well, he said he's been having trouble for a long time. No, he didn't. He didn't say that shit fucking once. Not once did he say I'm struggling to make 130, and you people fucking know it. Stop fucking lying. This nigga's not.
He just popped up and missed weight.
Yeah, he just said some shit because he knew he'd have people repeat after him. No fucking evidence, no record of it. Like I said, after he beat up Valdez and became unified, he was literally geeked up over becoming undisputed at 130 until the photos dropped, and everyone said, "Damn, Haney need to move up." And Bob Arum said, "Shit, fuck 130, the money's right here," and then just moved him on up. People don't want to admit it, but he used Devin Haney's presence at 135 to enhance his own profile. Y'all accuse Haney of clout chasing Tank. Shakur is clout chasing Devin. That's what it is.
They don't want to admit it, bro. And when you do, they say, "Oh, we just hate him. We just some haters, some Shakur Stevenson haters." I'm like, dude, I like the man, but let's keep it 1,000, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all hate for Devin, make y'all really say fuck all y'all boxing logic, all of it, because y'all, some folks will tell us that we can't say that Boots is number one or one of the best or top without fighting legit competition, and then say Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter over Devin Haney.
Man,
a man that's undisputed.
Fuck all that. I remember specifically telling people I would rather have Shakur come up from 130 to fight Devin for undisputed than Lomachenko. And you know what these bitch dudes told me? Nah, Shakur got business to handle at 130. He's at 130 right now. He gonna be undisputed, and Devin gonna handle fucking Lomachenko. And then, so fuck that. I don't want to hear no bullshit from you bitch dudes talking about somebody running, because I literally recommended this shit when Lomachenko's name was being brought up. I said Shakur or Keyshawn should go up right now and fight at 135 for Devin Haney's undisputed, because Lomachenko don't deserve shit. And all you weak ass Shakur dick riding motherfuckers told me Shakur got business to handle at 130. So fuck all that. Y'all literally cried and cried and cried for fucking days talking about, oh yeah, Shakur at 130. 130 is his weight class. He gonna dominate, and then once Haney gone, he gonna come up and ran over 135. So fuck that. All that he had trouble making weight, blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit. I see this shit all the time. I see this shit on TV. I see it at my job. I see it all the fucking time. People just crafting stories because they're edible, because they sound good and they know they have a ready base of people to believe them, repeat after them, and influence people that are too stupid to think for themselves. This is the ESPN playbook. They've done this multiple times. Randomly creating boogeyman status. Wasn't Janabek a fucking boogeyman before Bentley put his fucking hands on him? Wasn't he? Huh? Wasn't Hergovic a fucking boogeyman until Zhang put his hands on him? Wasn't he? Huh? Wasn't Terrence Crawford a fucking boogeyman before the contract dropped and he didn't sign shit? Wasn't he? Huh? Like, when are you dudes, when the fuck are you dudes gonna wake up and see this shit? They're doing the same shit every 10 years at this point because there's a new generation of dumb fucks. You know, and don't get me wrong. Get me wrong. I understand that ESPN is the world leader in news, and a lot of y'all have derived a lot of your sports knowledge from ESPN, and that's fine. But boxing is not a sport that's always as objective as other sports with point systems. And the important thing is, y'all got to be able to separate ESPN marketing from fucking Top Rank. ESPN is run by Disney. Top Rank is run by Bob, and Bob is a son of a bitch.
Bob know what he doing though.
Of course you do. You got niggas running around talking about PBC this, PBC that. If Eddie Hearn bought PBC tomorrow and changed nothing about the business operations, y'all would have no problem with PBC, and y'all fucking know it. You keep talking about PBC's going broke like that fucking matters. If PBC is going broke and you hate PBC, let them go broke. Why do you keep crying like a bitch? Let them go broke. Like, yeah, they keep putting on good fights, sure, but just let them go broke. Why do you keep talking about it? Like, let them go fucking broke. Stop keeping them in the news cycle. Again, dudes just be saying shit.
Man, but Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. What is that? This Saturday? Today's what? Wednesday?
Yep.
We're getting closer and closer. Well, shit, I gotta get up out of here, man. We definitely gonna talk about this shit some more leading up to the fight. And
Yep, for sure.
I'm gonna try to have a fight party, but I already know it's gonna be fucking packed as hell where I'm at. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, you have a good one. Thanks for having me on.
Yep.